All right, welcome everyone for another episode to Modern Wong Chat. This episode, we do have the amazing Zombie Unicorn. There you go.
Hi.
Hello there. Zombie, tell me more about you. What would you consider yourself? Like a streamer? But what else? I know everyone know you
I
stream
think
here.
I think what like over the years, this is my like what I just say. Okay, I'll give you the Uber pitch. Like if I'm sitting in an Uber or Lyft, I just tell them, yeah, I'm an online content creator. That's like the
Uh-huh.
basic right thing that you can say. And then they're like, oh, really? What do you do? Like YouTube streaming? And then I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I've been on Twitch for almost 8 years,
Mm.
and well, actually 8 years, and I've been partnered for like over six. So I've been doing it a long time. I mostly make gaming content, and I have the majority of my like whole career doing this. Once like there was more categories and stuff, I started doing like makeup and beauty and music and crafts too, and just like
Mm.
photo or video editing, like all kinds of stuff. So basically I've just like made whatever content that I enjoy, I've brought it to like my audience, and it's really cool that I can kind of do that.
But what got you into it in the first place?
I started playing a game called Smite. I had a Justin.tv account, but I
Mhm.
never streamed on it. But no, I've been around there for a while, and what happened is I started playing Smite back in like closed beta days,
Mm.
and I was so interested in the game that I was like, man, I really want to get better at this. Streams are a thing. That's crazy. Let me go watch somebody play this live. I can ask them questions in the chat. And I just like became a part of somebody's community, and then like the whole Smite community. And that person was like, play with me while I'm streaming. You could toss your camera on Skype. I'll put it on the screen as well as my camera, and we can just play together.
Mm-mm.
And his name was Lionheart, and it's crazy because a lot of the people who were around in the OG days of Smite are still around, either streaming or doing other stuff or casting or whatever. But he encouraged me to start my own channel after that first stream with him, and he was like, "Yeah, people love you, do it." And I did it, and then I just like diversified. People were like, "You should play other games," so I did, and then just kind of snowballed from there.
LA. Why did you decide to move to LA, and how is it different than anywhere else? I have asked a few people who did move here because for me it's also a path, right? Like a journey to part of
Yeah.
being this, and we all have decided like at one point, yes, I have to move to LA, and it means something different for everybody. What does that mean for you?
I don't think you have to be in LA to do streaming, like Twitch and stuff. Like, obviously, you can do that anywhere. But
Mhm.
if you're the type of person who wants to do, you have other ambitions like I do voice acting, I do hosting and stuff like that. And I like doing collabs. I've acted in some stuff, which is like, I'm not even an actor, but I've gotten like acting gigs. It's kind of weird. Like, if you want to do other things and just collaborate a bunch, this is definitely a place to be because it is just there's stuff to do everywhere. There's always like pop-ups. Like if you want to be a model, you just start taking your own photos at like these pop-ups, and then maybe you'll
Mhm.
meet a photographer. Maybe you'll do cool photos. There's like always opportunities to do all kinds of creative stuff
Museums.
here.
All right. What else? What else do you do?
Well, I voice act in some indie stuff, indie games. I do some like trailers for games.
Mhm.
I've done animated series on, the web, various
Mhm.
places. So I have coming up something cool. I think I'm allowed to hint at it, but
Okay.
I can't really announce like the name of it or anything yet. But I'm gonna be on. It's crazy. I've actually never played D&D, and I've always wanted to. And
Uh huh.
I watched like a bunch of D&D shows and stuff,
Mhm.
and so I'm still learning. I got cast in like a new like D&D show, like a
Uh huh.
production. It's gonna be a different take on D&D. Like I think it's gonna have AR
Ooh.
involved. Yeah,
So do
so
you
it'll be
have
like
to wear something?
I don't know. I've seen like clips that were like shown to me like as a test run.
Uh huh.
But we're not shooting till May.
Mm.
I'll probably have more information to share later on.
You also do some body paint sometimes, right?
Yeah, I do body paint sometimes. I actually don't do them that often. I never have. I the most often I did them was like maybe once a week, or like maybe once every other week. The
That's still a
full
lot.
body ones, yeah, it's still, but that wasn't consistent. It was more like I do more of them during October. So every October I do a costume every stream, or a cool makeup, or like a body
Why
paint.
October?
Cuz it's like Halloween time, and like
Ah.
costumes. Honestly, I started doing it cuz costumes and like stuff like that is a little cheaper, a little more abundant. You can find it easier, or there's like more variety.
Mhm.
You can get some supplies pretty cheap. But then when I started body painting, I actually started body painting because of K Pike Fashion, and that's one of her
Kay
pictures
is
back there.
amazing. Yeah.
She's so sweet and amazing, and She's always been super supportive and like helped me get started. She actually sent me a Maroon Paradise palette, which is an
Mm.
expensive palette, and some brushes to start to get me started. Like, who does that? That's so nice. She's such a sweetheart. I
Takes
was
so much
terrified the
time.
first time I did like a full body one. And I
Uh-huh.
think it's because, I'm not like some of the more like K Pike is beautiful and everything, but she's also very thin. And some of the other body painters are, the popular ones are they're very thin. And I'm a curvy girl. Like I'm a curvy girl and I have a
Mm.
big chest. And it's not like it's I don't have, a fake like chest, so
Mm-hmm.
I get a lot of attention because of my body shape, which is kind of, it's kind of shitty. I get picked on a lot. Like people like to say, "Oh, she's not even a real artist. She's not even a whatever. She's just doing it to show her boobs off or something." And I'm like, "Really? Like you wouldn't say that to somebody who was skinnier than me? Like no matter their skill level, especially
You,
if they just got started. Like I haven't been doing it as long as and K Pike
mm-hmm.
or any of them. And it's just like it is an art, whether you find my body attractive or not, or too much because I'm too curvy. That's on
Mm-hmm.
you. It has nothing to do with my intentions.
How long have you
Yeah.
been vegan?
Over 2 years.
What
Yeah.
what got you into it?
Well, all my life I've been off and on vegetarian. I grew up in the South, so there's
Mm-hmm.
tons of barbecue and stuff. And the reason I stopped when I was really little is because of the texture.
Do you
I
not
was
like how
always
it tastes?
I would
Or
always
how it
get
bite?
freaked out. Like I bit into like a chicken nugget and I bit a tendon or something hard. And it
Ah.
freaked me out. And I was like, ugh, I'm eating a and it reminded me that I was eating a dead animal. And I thought it was so disgusting and awful. And I would get upset about it. And I didn't want to like eat animals. Like I loved animals and I didn't want to eat them. And then I got like kind of like conditioned back into eating meat and stuff like that. It still grossed me out a lot. And then I
Mm.
went vegetarian again for a while, for a few years as a teenager, and then again in my 20s. And then again, when I decided to go vegetarian the last time, I was like, you know what? I think actually milk's pretty gross too. Like now that I think about it, like what it is. Like I eat food with my, non-vegan friends or like
Uh-huh.
vegetarian or like omnivorous friends all the time. And it's like if we know each other well enough, we might crack jokes at each other, but like at the
Hmm.
end of the day, it's your choice and you do what you want.
What do you think about the whole cancel culture? I've noticed that people really like to pull up your past.
We've all made mistakes, but like sometimes they're not what they seem either. I think that we sometimes need cancel culture in the cases of people who are like, yeah, you make a mistake once and you're really remorseful of it, or like, you get involved in a situation that just sucks, whatever. I don't necessarily think, I mean, it's case by case, but like
Mm, of
that
course.
that shouldn't call for like immediate pitchforks, like this person should die, blah blah blah. I think that some people really need to get canceled though, and I've stood up for that too. But I think that people need, people make mistakes. We're human. People
Hmm.
learn from those mistakes, and you have to let them learn, and you have to like let them grow.
Hmm.
If they're the same, doing the same crap over and over again, obviously maybe they're not worthy of, being forgiven or being supported or whatever. But I think that a lot of times people take it too far, for sure. So many years ago, it was like PAX East. There was like a little kid was going around asking YouTubers and streamers. It was like, "Yeah, can you sign my PAX book?"
Hmm.
And
That's
then
sweet.
I'm going to sign it, whatever. And I'm like, "Oh, sure, no problem, dude." And he's like, "Yeah, can you just like write on there like streaming is not a real job?" And
I
then I
remember
just
that.
like I like literally just put down the marker and I was like, "Really, dude? Get the fuck out of here." Like, get the fuck out. Really? It's not a real job? Well, I must not be paying for my food in my apartment with real money then. Like, I don't know. So,
Why Zombie Unicorn?
well, I used to go by Miss Casanova because that's my real
Mm.
last name. But
Do people
back
think
when
it's
I
a
was
fake last
playing,
name?
no, it's my real last name.
No, but do people think that's a fake last name?
Oh, people think it's fake sometimes, yeah.
Mm.
Because Casanova means like player and stuff. So there was one of those flyers that's like, come up with your new nickname based on this TV show, right?
What?
Yeah,
That?
it was like, come up with your new nickname, and it was Zombie and Unicorn, and I was like, that's badass. Like I really like that.
Uh-huh.
It's a super. And also it's kind of agendered because zombies, people who like zombies, somebody might be inclined to think, oh, this is a guy, and then
Mhm.
Unicorn, oh, this might be a girl, and so it's like
Mm.
a lot of people sometimes are like, when they hear my name and don't know me, that they think it might be a guy or something. And I'm
Mm.
like, I'm cool with that. Like that's why I started it. And now it's just become me.
Thank you so much for coming on. And do you have anything else you say?
No, that's it. Be
That's
kind
it.
to each other, men and animals.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for dropping by. I will see you all next time.